CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
A national consultation to look into the problems of youth. Predictions that this year's Cropover could be the best in years. And in sports, it's a 12-member Barbados team heading to Rio.
The CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Broom. In our top story tonight, a national consultation is planned through which government will unearth the root causes of negative behaviours exhibited by the youth. Prime Minister Fendel Stewart made the announcement during debate on the Magistrates Court Amendment Bill 2016. Mr. Stewart expects the opposition, Barbados Labour Party, to be invited as he wants partisan politics put aside on the issue.
So we can have a serious discussion on this issue, and if the desire is, as was expressed in here today, to work with the government on this issue because we can't afford to be divided, that consultation will provide a good opportunity for the kind of start that we need.
Barbadians can expect compensation from the Barbados Water Authority for inefficient service. Word of this from utility analyst at the Fair Trading Commission, Fiona Scantlebury, during a town hall meeting as the commission implements standards of service for the BWA. Ms. Scantlebury says compensation may be given for a number of service issues, including the installation of water and response to water outages. She says the rules will be governed by a consultation document issued by the FTC.
If the Barbados Water Authority fails to install the water in the given time, then there is a refund of the first month's water bill for residential customers, and for commercial entities, the refund is equivalent to double the first month water bill.
Cropover 2016 could be one of the biggest and best in years. That's according to Culture Minister Stephen Lashley. He says the 3 steel pan-related events held last weekend were well supported and suggest a heightened interest in this year's festival.
Pan Fusion at the Lara Court has been hailed as perhaps the best so far since we've had Pan Fusion. We know that certainly in relation to gate receipts that we've seen an increase in terms of the Pan Fusion. I did go to Speightstown, and the reports are that while there is room for more involvement of the commercial sector down there, that the residents of the north appreciating, of course, Pan coming to the north. And of course we had a fantastic Pan Pandisan, event where we estimate just over 20,000 persons were down at the Brandon's Beach.
Minister Lashley says privately organized events and other businesses are also benefiting from the increased patronage.
We've also seen in terms of the private sector that there has been a phenomenal response. The promoters are reporting that they have sold out many of their all-inclusive fests way before the time. And I think that what that does too is that augurs well in terms of the overall economic activity that Cropover will in terms will influence. So I believe that the entire country in terms of the commercial sector will benefit from it.
Well, while Barbadians are generally watching how they spend their dollars, at Cropover time it seems they're quite willing to dish out a little extra in the name of having a good time. Our Ryan Broom is live at the popular Sky Mall with a report. Ryan?
Hi Lisa, well, if the number of shopping bags that I'm seeing going around here at Sky Mall is anything to go by, then spending for Cropover 2016 has truly begun. Just as we often say it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, right now it's definitely beginning to look a lot like Cropover. From clothes to shoes to costumes to makeup to hair. If there's one absolutely clear thing about spending for Cropover, it's all about the women. That started to become apparent when we visited the Shoe Palace in the Colonnade Mall, where LaTonya Burkett gave some insight.
We started the Cropover endeavor about, say, 4 years ago. We held off of it for about 2 years and we came back with a bang last year. So last year we went full-fledged into all of our boots. We did some gems where you can stick them on your face, and in terms of our boots we stepped it up a notch in terms of like our product offering. We didn't really do like the regular flat boots. I mean, we do have some of those, but we took it up a notch with wedge heel boots, like high boots. So all of those ladies who jump in that want a bit extra or want to really go out there to look really, you know, special on Cropover Day, you can actually find all of your boots here.
She said Cropover has now become a bit of a production for the ladies, so they're constantly trying to look for something new and different, like the LED sneakers, for example.
This year we went to a trade show, and for some reason the LED sneakers really caught my attention. Here they are. And I was thinking, you know, they would actually be really good for 4-day morning. You know, you go down the road and you can spot your friend in these light up sneakers because, you know, not everybody's going to have them on. So we decided to do the high cut sneaker because it's going to be a little more festive with your little short pants and that kind of thing. And you can actually switch the color of the sneaker. We had this one in pink, black and white. We have them coming again next week because they actually sold out within a week of us receiving them.
And band leaders are also seeing positive numbers. Brian Worrell is the leader of Colors Entertainment, which has traditionally been a 4-day band, but has now added a Kadooman element as well.
We're getting a great response for our 4-day morning band. It's actually sold out right now, and our first year doing Grand Kadooman is going very well. We're almost sold out on that as well.
He says over the years, he has noticed that people plan their spending in advance to include Cropover.
I find that people budget for Cropover somewhat. If they know they want to play mass, they usually put aside the funds. And what we do with our band is that we start our registration from as early as January, February, so that people can, you know, make payment plans, that they can put a little bit towards their costume over a longer period instead of, you know, 2 short payments that are lump sum. So it works out for us that way, where we give our members a chance to pay over a longer period so they don't really feel the financial pinch that much.
Makeup artists are also seeing good signs for business in the season. Sharice Beckles is owner and operator of makeup company Maya.
I think the trends are relatively the same. What I find to be different this year is that the timing, there are a lot of breakfast fasts. So you find people coming at 12 in the morning, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I've found that there's been an increase in appointments for those times. But basically everybody wants, you know, the glitter makeup. Glitter, some people prefer subtle. Some people like the more outlandish, but basically the trends are the same.
And then, of course, there's the hair. Lots, and I mean lots of hair. Scores of boxes of it. Kim Colthurst of Paradise Beauty Supplies described it as a small shipment. And she says there's a particular style that's trending for the ladies right now, especially because of the shorter times in a hairdresser's chair.
Well, right now, the demand right now is braids, something in crochet braids. That's the demand right now, along with the usual Remy, but crochet braids is the in thing now.
So as the season approaches the climax in another few weeks, you can be sure that Barbadians will be stretching their dollars to ensure that Cropover 2016 will be one to remember. So Lisa, that's just a sample of the colorful t-shirts here on display at Precious Feet store in Sky Mall. It's for the Midnight Warriors 4-day band. But most businesses are expecting the spending trend to continue, with more events still to come this year, especially the big Soca Royale 2 weekends from now. It's really expected to be a big one. So reporting from here at Sky Mall in Highgate Hall, it's back to you, Lisa.
Ryan, thanks very much. We'll be back after this break.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel. Digicel, the fastest 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153 # to sign up to Digicel today.
Sandals, sandals, sandals galore. Megville gives you ladies sandals for this week only. Monday to Saturday, one pair of sandals for only $25. So go to Megville on Tudor Street, High Street, and Palmetto Street for a pair of sandals for only $25. This week only, Monday to Saturday. Megville for good shoes at good prices on always.
Hi, I'm Wileke, a Barbadian craftswoman and entrepreneur. Whenever I can, I buy Bajan, which means I'm supporting persons like myself. I'm also empowering the youth, and I'm helping to put food on my countrymen's and countrywomen's table, and also building our economy. Join me as we pledge to buy local and support local.
Go to the 50 Barbados I Pledge Facebook page and make a pledge to buy local and support local.
People's, we store just got even better. Come on in. Come down to the new renovated People's Market in Tudor Bridge with bigger aisles and even more in store. All your general grocery needs. A whole new fruits and vegetables section. Beer, wine and liquor. A wide selection of meat and fish. And everything for your outdoor chilling and barbecue grilling. But most of all, everything at low prices. Right, Miss Evans?
That's right, Ma. And now we have the People's Mall too.
People's, come on down to the People's Market in Tudor Bridge.
You want it, we have it. Experience Cropover 2016 online. Log on now to cbc.bb. We're streaming the best of the festival. Pan Fusion and Pan Pandesand for just $10 or 21 Barbados dollars each. Soca Royale and Pick of the Cup finals, US $25 or 51 Barbados dollars each. For our friends and family abroad, you too can watch Grand Cadooment for just $10 or 21 Barbados dollars. It's on, we're in. Special conditions apply for credit card transactions. CBC, your link to the festival.
A 60-year-old man has been charged with a slew of offences, including last month's burglary at the Courts store in Sheraton Centre. Cecil Orlando Harvey is accused of committing 9 counts of burglary, 2 counts of possession of 1.4 grams of cocaine, trafficking, possession with intent to supply, and possession of apparatus. The Constitution Road St. Michael resident allegedly stole electronic equipment, including mobile phones, tablets and headphones between May and July this year. Meantime, a 39-year-old St. Michael man has been remanded to Dodds Prison on a serious bodily harm charge. He's Elton DaCosta Watson of Lewis Gap, Green Hill, St. Michael. Watson has been charged in connection with the serious wounding of 51-year-old Delroy Scarlett of Story Gap, Codrington, St. Michael. Now, following an alleged altercation between the two men, Scarlett's right hand was severed above the wrist and his left leg partially severed below the knee. Watson appeared in the District A Magistrates Court before Magistrate Christy Cuffey Sargent and has been remanded to Dodds Prison until August 10th. The Barbados Police Cooperative Credit Union has extended a helping hand to its junior savers, making the transition to secondary school. 12 of them were rewarded last evening during a ceremony at the Prince Cave Hall, located at the District A Police Station complex. President Michael Allen told the soon-to-be first formers that the road along the way is paved and will always be, with things they must and must not do in order to achieve their dreams. During his speech, he told the students, although their levels of excellence may vary, they should continue to work hard.
The key to achieving excellence as a standard is to work hard and do your best without being distracted by the worldly things such as greed, shortcuts to achievement, envy, the placing of material considerations above good moral conduct, deviant behavior, and a belief in a supreme being as your creator and your model from whom all blessings and honor and glory will flow. Your emphasis then is to be on the word supreme and not superior. Because if you set your standards based on a person, a mortal man, who you consider superior, then you can be persuaded and dissuaded from your objectives.
Still to come, and look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. Stay with us.
Since inception, the CBTF has committed Barbados $14 million to train and certify 4,000 workers in technical and vocational education. 17 businesses and 8 associations have already benefited. Will you be next? The CBTF has launched a 4th competitive cycle. Apply for funding to train your employees. Applications are now open and will close on July 29, 2016. Find out more by logging on to www.cbtf.com.bb for more details, or by calling 227-9090. Imagine your business being better, more competitive, more efficient with an employee training grant from the CBTF, the Competency-Based Training Fund, investing in skills for the future.
It's gonna be a big blue summer.
The Big Blue Summer Celebration with Flow is here. Make yours unforgettable. Sign up for big bundle savings. Build your essential bundle and save big money. Blow out the candles on Barbados' 50th and Flow's first Big Blue birthday celebration. To win big prizes including $10,000 in cash. Big-time sports coverage at home or on the go with Flow TV, like the Olympic Games in Rio and the new home of Premier League football. Watch it all with big data and big style on the fastest 4G network. The world's biggest sporting events this summer are all on Flow. The Big Blue Summer Celebration is here, and Flow is your official partner. This is how we flow.
It's gonna be a big blue summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow. We will be with these blue for the summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow.
The new hot ticket, Super Sizzling Sevens, and you could be swimming in cash with a top prize of $107,000 and 21 chances to win $107,000 on each ticket.
It's on, we're in! CBC is streaming Cropover 2016 live. Enjoy the color, the excitement, and the spirit of the Barbados Cropover Festival. Join CBC and celebrate your culture as we showcase our pride. Simply log on to www.cbc.bb to view your favorite event, Soko Royale, Piccadilly Crop Finals, Grand Kadooman, and so much more. You can watch the sweetest summer festival from anywhere. Simply log on to www.cbc.bb. With CBC, Cropover is only a click away. CBC, your link to the festival.
Across the Caribbean, brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean.
In Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says the Housing Development Corporation, or HDC program, must cater for middle and low-income earners. He made the comment while assuring that houses in a new state-funded development in Arima will cost no more than $500,000 TT dollars.
Every house, concrete and cement, it is largely how you finish it that gives you the final cost. And if you finish HDC units to the value of $3 and $4 million, then clearly you are building for people who have no right looking for a subsidy from the taxpayer.
He went on to explain why the housing units at another site now have to be sold at market price.
Now, instead of those units being made available to the homeowners for whom they were designed, those units have been so completed and finished and now valued between $2 and $4 million that the Ministry of Housing is now forced to sell them on the open market.
Over in Guyana, frustrated residents of Dennis Street, Sophia, have had enough of dust pollution caused by rehabilitation of the community's main access road. They staged a protest yesterday to draw attention to their plight. Royden James has that story.
Chaos and confusion erupted on Tuesday in Dennis Street, Sophia, when residents of that area blocked the road, demanding a meeting with Public Infrastructure Minister David Patterson to address their plight. Residents say they have been neglected because of an unexplained pause of works on the Dennis Street access road.
We had a good road. They break the road up, and this is what they do. We break the road up, and this is what they do. We ain't getting no water. Now they come and dig up the road. They left me in the middle of nowhere.
The problem has been affecting residents there for the past weeks. Another resident took nightly news in her home, which was evidently overtaken by dust.
There's dust, you can't sleep.
The way as soon as you want to use something, you gotta wash it before you use it. My grandchild can't the sake of the dust.
Meanwhile, a minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Annette Ferguson, who arrived to much heckling from the residents, assured that the ministry is on top of the situation.
And I just want to say, on behalf of Minister Patterson, myself and the entire ministry, we apologize for all the discomfort that you, the residents, would have endured during this process. And I'm just trusting and I'm asking for your full cooperation.
The United States Embassy has released a security message urging its citizens and U.S. visitors in Nassau and Paradise Island in the Bahamas to exercise heightened personal security awareness. The message is the second advisory issued by the local mission this year and notes that the embassy has received reports of a significant increase in armed robberies throughout New Providence over the past 6 months. It comes just days after the Bahamas government issued its own travel advisory, warning Bahamians, particularly young men, to be compliant and exercise extreme caution when interacting with American police due to escalating tensions over recent fatal police shootings in the U.S. Embassy spokesperson David Allen insisted there was no link to the July 8th advisory sent out by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Across the Caribbean, brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean.
Just ahead, Mark Seal and the day's top sporting stories. But first, here is a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Be responsible and check your speedometer as frequently as you would your mirrors. This tip is brought to you in association with the Barbados Road Safety Association.
Fly away to somewhere new, buy a gift just for you, get cash back or give it away, choose your reward, choose it today.
CIBC First Caribbean Visa Classic and Visa Gold credit cards now have rewards, and you choose how you use the reward points. Get merchandise from international stores or receive cash back on your card, and gold card holders can use their points towards flights on any airline.
To fly, to buy, to get or to give, shop, earn, enjoy with CIBC First Caribbean Rewards Visa Classic and Visa Gold cards. CIBC First Caribbean, for what matters.
Eskimo. Value, convenience, we got it. 50 stores and services, yeah, we got it all.